Today I'm going to tell you about my 3 favorite health books that I think can change your life because it definitely changed mine. Welcome back, ladies. If you're new here, my name is Tabitha. I'm here to help all you busy ladies juggling jobs, careers, kiddos with no more time to exercise. I'm going to give you exercise tips, tricks, routines, and even product reviews to help make fitness a part of your life. And today we're talking about health books. 3 of my favorite health reads talking about diet and what you consume that's going to help change your perspective on food, and it definitely changed mine. Now, these books are easy reads, and these are not my only favorite health books, but these I think are going to be the most beneficial to you. And they definitely benefited me, I think, the most out of all the ones I have read. So if you like these kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified every time I post a new video. Now, talking about health. Now, before we get started, I do not diet. I don't follow paleo, keto, Atkins, vegan, vegetarian, none of them. I am not pescatarian, whatever diet is out there, I don't follow any of them. I just eat real food. I do allow myself to have desserts or snacks or, when we go somewhere, something not normal, real, if you would say. But that is all in moderation. I do eat chocolate. I buy my children ice cream from time to time. But everything we consume is on the side of non-GMO, organic, and real food. I cook almost everything from scratch at home. The only thing I buy pre-made is granola, sourdough bread, because I'm still working on my sourdough bread recipe. I had to fail. And that's it, to be honest with you. Everything else is from scratch. So I'm going to talk to you about these 3 books that helped change my life. Now, like I said, I don't believe in dieting. Dieting can definitely help push you along if you're trying to hit that weight loss goal. But what's more important than dieting or following a specific diet is actually putting real life changes and habits into your routine and your lifestyle, because it makes it easier and you don't feel like you're missing out on anything, because that is literally your routine. The number 1 amazing book that I love that we're going to talk about today is the Blue Zone Diet. Ding, right here. I absolutely love this book. I just feel like it was so informational and it gave me a different perspective on life. Now, I don't have the hardcover of that book because I did an e-read with Audible. So if you don't have Audible yet, I'll put a link down in the description box below where you can get your first book free from Audible. And even if you cancel, you get 30 days to cancel, you still get this book for free. So if you are in need, it's down in the description box below. So Blue Zone Diet, it changed my life because it made me realize I've been eating healthy for a long time. But when you eat healthy, a lot of times you think you need every single superfood in the book, you need every single variety that's out there. But what Blue Zone Diet showed me is that you actually don't. So the basis of the book is that it covers 5 different cultures, and all these cultures have centenarians, so people that lived over 100. And it talks about their lifestyle, what they eat, and just how they live. And all these groups live and eat completely differently. It's like mind-blowing. It's amazing. So one was Okinawa in Japan, Icari in Greece, Loma Linda, California, Costa Rica, somewhere in Costa Rica, and somewhere in Italy as well. What was incredible is that you've got the Okinawans that ate purple sweet potatoes, which were really healthy for them. They ate natto, they had fish, they had special medicinal herbs in their gardens. But you go to Icari in Greece and they didn't have that. They had bread they would eat, they had sheep and goat's milk, sometimes lamb, they had a lot of legumes and honey that they farmed. Just a completely different diet. But these 2 cultures, 5 cultures, they all ate differently. And so that is what changed my life. It made me realize that I don't need every single superfood in the book. if I don't like beets, I can eat something else that gives me some similar benefit to beets and create a diet for myself that I truly loved and I could live by that was healthy. So if you don't like broccoli, you can always get a cruciferous vegetable through Brussels sprouts or kale or cauliflower, if you understand where I'm going with this. So what also is really neat about all of these cultures is one of them, I believe it's the Loma Linda, California group, they are the only vegans. The rest of the cultures ate about 90 to 95% plant-based proteins. So that made me really realize the importance of plant-based protein. But I had read this book when I was trying out vegan for about 6 months. So I really liked vegan, but I did miss chicken, eggs, and salmon. I did miss those, and lamb. I really liked lamb. And it wasn't sustainable for my family because my husband really likes meat, but I really liked the vegan dishes and food. But eating vegan is a little bit tricky. So reading this book opened my eyes to the fact that now I cook these huge vegan meals that I absolutely love, my husband loves, and what I'll do is on the side, I'll make chicken or beef or something else. And instead of making meat the focus of our meal, I make the vegetables the focus of the meal and the meat is secondary. So I cook with a lot of legumes and beans. I absolutely love them. And that is probably one of the biggest changes that this book influenced in my life is the realization that I don't need to cook chicken then a side of whatever I'm cooking. I can cook big meals that are vegan based, and I like to switch up my legumes all the time. But then I can also add the side of meat, and it can be, you don't have to eat as much because you have all this plant-based protein. Also, it affords us the ability to buy higher quality meat, which is better for us and better for the environment and better for our pocketbooks, to be honest with you. Even though it doesn't seem like it, we're not consuming quite as much meat, so it's actually a little bit cheaper. And going ahead and buying the little more pricey or the better raised product is better for us. And in the long run, it doesn't actually add up to more as if we would have been buying all the meat, the cheap meat, I guess you could say, to have a meat-based diet. So Blue Zones is an amazing book to check out. It really will open your eyes to the way you can set up a good diet in your lifestyle. And I don't even like that word, diet, but set up the way you do meals and you eat in your house so that you are actually enjoying what you eat, but you're getting a full variety of nutrients. So Blue Zones. Okay, book number 2 that I absolutely loved is called The Brain Maker. It's written by Dr. David Perlmutter, and it's such a fabulous book because this book showed me the importance of your microbiome. Your microbiome is everywhere, your skin, your mouth, you're everywhere, inside, outside, your whole body. And it kind of explained how if your microbiome is messed up, it's really connected to your brain and a lot of the sicknesses that we can have, how the microbiome is connected. So it's the Brain Maker. So it's about cleaning up your diet so that your gut bacteria is healthy and you don't break that blood-brain barrier and you don't allow bad germs, I guess you could say, or bad bacteria to get into your brain, because this could stem to like leaky gut, etc. So this book was really eye-opening as well because for me, I felt really bad after reading it. I had Group B strep with all 3 pregnancies and I had to get antibiotics before delivering the babies. So I started realizing in this book, it taught me about how children who are born vaginally actually are healthier than C-section because they get the bacteria from the mom that's good for their body. Well, then I was like, oh my gosh, my poor kids. I had antibiotics, they had antibiotics, and I didn't even supplement them with probiotics because I didn't know, and even the hospital never told me anything. So after I read this book, then I started making sure that my children got more probiotics in their diet. My third one, I had probiotics ready to go the day he was born because I knew I had group B strep again. So I felt good about that. But 1 and 2, I felt so bad that I left them hanging really with the probiotics. So this book led me on a change in my microbiome. We've included a lot more very good gut-friendly, good bacteria foods to our diet, like sauerkraut. We don't eat that all the time. I'm still getting that to be a really good part of our diet. Sourdough bread. I used to buy a lot of sprouted grains breads, but this book showed me that sourdough is probably the best bread you can get. Kefir, kombucha. So we try to give a variety, also lots of yogurts. I'm not really a big yogurt eater, but I try to. So we do take some supplements. I will link those down below if you're interested. I take pre and probiotic supplements, but on top of that, I try to get pre and probiotics through an actual good nutrition and diet. And in this book, it will show you a good diet you can follow to change your lifestyle a little bit, to have a healthier brain and a healthier gut, basically. But such an awesome book again, and it's a really good read and really eye-opening if you're just eating the typical American diet. Book number 3. Now this book, I did not Audible this book. This book I bought because I knew this book was going to be a must-have that I would have to read over and over and over again. And it is such a phenomenal book. I have it right here. I have it in a traveler's notebook because I don't want it to get ruined when I take it out. So it just makes it easier. So when I throw it in my purse, it doesn't get destroyed. I don't like destroying my books. So I just got it stuck in right here. But this is Dirty Genes by Dr. Ben Lynch. Such a good book. Now, I'll have this book linked down below as well. So this is about epigenetics, basically. So about your DNA and how everybody's born with little SNPs. So you can have a dirty gene, essentially. So a SNP is a dirty gene that malfunctions. For example, one dirty gene that's really common is a SNP on your MTHFR. And if you have that SNP, you can't methylate foods properly. I know that's beyond what most people's comprehension, but this book will explain all about it. And so those people are at risk for not being able to detox their body from vaccines, for example, or from heavy metals, or from any of the environment, like the pollution around them. They may have a harder time detoxing. But it also talks about SNPs, like if you're craving certain things, why that is, why you have cold hands and feet. You might have a SNP or a dirty gene with your NOS gene. So it goes over a bunch of these genes. You take a little quiz, and that will be in the link down below as well in the description. And you take a little quiz and it'll tell you what gene may be dirty. And this book is so thorough. So I have some tabs in here if you can see. Now, if you go to DAO, my oldest son has allergies. So he is super sensitive to certain foods. And this has also helped us control him from having eczema and outbreaks. Incredible. But this, so anyways, you go to the chapter, you're going to read through the whole book, but you go to the chapter that talks about, there's certain gene that might be dirty, and it will give you an overview of the gene. It talks about the basics and what you can expect if you had that dirty gene, what the gene actually does for your body. So incredible. Signs of it being dirty or clean, and how it can affect other things. All these genes work together, and some affect other genes. It's incredible. And so then it goes into how do you clean this gene up? What kind of vitamins or minerals or nutrients that you need? It's called a soak and scrub method. And then later in the book, it talks you through what you can eat, your clean genes protocol here. And this talks you through like what you can exactly do, your food week by week, to clean up those dirty genes so you can start feeling better and feeling healthier. And this book is phenomenal. It's such a good read. Like, I've been reading this book for months, because I read and I reread, and I take it very slowly. And then I implement, and I read something else, and I implement, and I take it extremely slow, because it's a lot. It's a lot to absorb on how everything works together. But it is such an amazing book, because I've seen my cold feet disappear. And I'm like, wow, okay, this is awesome. Now I've got a lot of cleaning to still do, but I highly recommend this book. Now, these 3 books are, I would say, for different phases of your journey, of your life. This Dirty Genes book, is a little bit more advanced. The Dr. Ben Lynch, amazing writing. Like, he has written this so well, so much that, and just anybody could understand it and take it step by step. But if you're not eating more of a whole foods diet, and you're eating still pretty dirty and a lot of eating out or box things, this may be too aggressive for you. The way I like to train my clients is to teach them to gradually change their habits. This book, you will do it and you will get the results and you'll feel incredible, but it's a very drastic change if you are not eating clean already. If you're eating clean already and you just want to go top it off, this book, highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Now, if you're one of the ladies watching this and you're just making it through mom life and you're living off of, crackers and chips, or, whatever it might be that's your go-to. My go-to is granola, okay? I love granola. But if you're going to that go-to that's unhealthy and you're not really eating a super clean diet, I would take the baby steps, and I would do Blue Zones or the Brain Maker, just to start small, to make big changes in your life, but small changes that eventually become a big change. If it doesn't matter to you, if you have to take a plunge and really change things, you go for it. Read any book in any order. I don't recommend a particular order, but these books have all just changed my life in one way or another. And I think that they will definitely change your life as well. If you have any questions about these books, go ahead and post them in the comments below. Like I said, down below, I will post an Audible link where you can get your first book for free. I will post all these 3 books in the description down below. That way you can check them out. They are such phenomenal books. I highly recommend them, and you will see food in a whole new way, and I believe that this will change your life. But thank you for joining me. Best compliment you can give me is a like on that video. It helps the YouTube algorithm so that more women like yourself can see my videos. But as always, stay positive, work hard, and God bless. Mahalo for joining me. Aloha.